time to practice. I'm just too busy to practice. And the dog ate my sheet music. Hey, it's Maricar, your violin friend, and that third one has nothing to do with creating more time to practice. But I thought it was cute. But it makes the point that we all make excuses from time to time on why we can't practice, myself included. And so in this video, I'd like to share a few simple yet effective tips that can help you get back into the practice room. Tip number 1, keep your violin out of its case and safely in sight. If it's out of its case, you are more likely to pick it up and start playing. I like to keep my instruments on a wall hook or a violin stand. So you can see right over here, I have my instruments hanging on a string swing. Now the string swing can fit a violin or viola, and they also make a larger one for guitars. So for you guitar players out there, you guys have an option as well. I also like to use a violin floor stand. Now the great thing about a floor stand is you can take it anywhere. I typically keep it next to me at my desk, so throughout the day, I might just pick it up and start playing. I've also used it in my bedroom where maybe I might want to have a really quiet space for practice. So the great thing about the floor stand, it's portable and it has this cool little mechanism. I call it a little gate. It's right there where the violin rests in the stand, and it holds the violin in like a gate so that your violin can't fall out accidentally. So it's a safe and easy way to keep your violin near you throughout the day. Both of them will also hold the bow. So tip number 1, keep your violin out of the case and safely in sight because you will be more likely to practice. Tip number 2 is the 5-minute practice, and it is exactly what it sounds like. You practice for 5 minutes and you are done. The 5-minute practice, I cannot take credit for it. This is a method recommended to me by my teacher, Russell Fallstad of Heartstrings Academy. You should check him out. I'll link his information down below. He is an accomplished violinist, an amazing performer, and a highly skilled teacher. So he has recommended this method when I fall into a slump, and it is very effective. Give it a try. It is also great for those days where you literally cannot fit anything else in, but you still want to practice. Like your schedule, you are booked, you are like overwhelmed for the day, and so you just want to get in a few minutes of practice and you're done. No strings attached. No pun intended. So anyways, yes, so try the 5-minute practice and you will get your practice in for the day. Tip number 3 is schedule it in. I know for myself, if I put something in my planner, I am more likely to do it. If I don't, I am likely to forget. So if I put it in my planner, it now becomes a priority, just like other commitments like work or school or time at the gym or quality time with your family. It's now a priority. And so I encourage you to just schedule it in there. If you have to use my number 2 tip of your 5-minute practice because you're having a hard time finding where it'll fit, just try tip number 2 along with tip number 3. So use this and see where practice will fit into your day. Tip number 4 is to communicate. Talk to the people you live with about your practice. So here's a good example. A couple years ago, I decided to participate in a recital. And I knew that in order to properly prepare, I would need to really ramp up my practice time. So I had a conversation with my family and I just asked for their understanding that I was going to be spending more time in the practice room. And I also apologized that they would be hearing the same piece over and over and over again. And so I think I got sick of it before they did. But anyways, so long story short, they were very supportive, as they always have been, and I was definitely ready for the recital. So tip number 4 is to communicate. Talk to the people you live with about your practice. So tip number 5 is break up your practice time. I didn't say break up with your practice time. I said break it into small pieces. And so what do I mean by that? I mean, find your little chunks in the middle of the day and break up your practice. So sometimes I might find myself with 10 minutes before lunch. I can run and maybe do scales. And then I know that I've got 5 or 10 minutes before carpool in the afternoon, and I'll go and maybe work on repertoire. Now I know I might have 15 minutes after dinner, once all the dishes are done, and maybe I go play some fun stuff to end the day. So break up your practice. Who says it has to be done all at one time? It's kind of like my laundry. I don't have to do it all at one time. Sometimes I wash today and fold later. So, you know how that goes. So yes, break up your practice into small pieces that are easy to do and easy to fit in throughout your day. Don't feel like you got to do it all at one time. It would be great. I often romanticize about having these long and lavish practice sessions, but my life just doesn't go like that, and I'm guessing neither does yours. So break up your time, break up your practice into small pieces, and I think you'll find that is an effective and easy to manage way to get your practice in. So to recap my 5 tips for getting practice in. 1, keep your instrument out of its case and safely in sight. 2, try the 5-minute practice. 3, schedule it. 4, communicate. And 5, space out your practice throughout the day. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope that you found that helpful. I so appreciate you joining me today. And if you know anyone that can benefit from this video, I kindly ask you to share it and pass it along. So that is it for today. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.